Yes, coming on the heels of the last strategy meeting, I can see you're beginning to implement a few decisions raised. And I like to emphasize particularly the area of reviewing how people take traditional texts, religious texts, and cultural norms. You need to intensify study on those areas and see what was the basis of some of the cultural things. And perhaps you'll be able to break the code and get them to follow. Some steeped in family tradition of over 100 years. My father killed a crocodile, my father killed a pig, and from then on they said so and so and so forth. Okay, does this still hold up to now? Particularly if it's community-wide. Next community across the river is doing something different, but you are doing something different, and you're held internationally, and it's obstructing program areas. It's particularly more so in religion, where people just quote a text out of context, and because it came out of a very prominent cleric, they abide by it. But further cross-examination or close examination will find that the cleric didn't get it right in the first place. But since for the last 20, 30 years, he's been saying the same thing, he has stuck to it. So there's need for us to kind of sometimes rejig knowledge, sit down as a group again, those who have got a common belief, and say, why are we holding this belief? Particularly if we have discovered that those beliefs are obstructing programs, you said, why are we holding this belief? It's by far easier in the Islamic religious texts, because once you have a group of clerics, bishops, Catholics all together, and that of Islam together, say, let's review this meaning. What does it really mean? You get many interpretations, then they finally come with one common position. When you show them that against the backdrop of danger happening by not relaxing on some issues, then they may look at that and say, this position is causing more harm than good, and therefore let us relax it. And strictly speaking, does it stop you going to heaven? So critical discussions like that might be helpful. Culturally, the same thing. Traditional leaders in the area can sit down, map out how they feel, and say, okay, why are we holding on to this when they say this is very dangerous to health? Okay? Because ultimately, you're doing something for self-preservation. But if your health is suffering from it, and this is directly because you hold on to this belief, then maybe they can discuss with you to dislodge yourself from that belief and ultimately improve a lot of the community. So this whole meeting is about looking deeper into why programs are not progressing fast in spite of spending. And ideas that are beginning to come out, including issues like intensively going to study in the communities, developing some programs, help them together to develop programs, which they then, and you see some of the weaknesses, and they point out themselves, and then build some small capacity, TOTs, and then some funding, and they do things themselves. You can help with analysis, you can help with planning the surveys, and so on and so forth. So I think it's about getting deeper with the communities, try and see why they are failing, show them why they are failing, see whether they are failing for the right reason by critically examining using blocking them, and then get from there. So it's a review. I like particularly two things about this seminar: the emphasis on the norms, because unless you crack the norms, they'll continue to persist and stop. It doesn't matter what you throw at it. Secondly, that the issue, the First Lady has gotten interested. So one, because it's like GBV is likely a woman issue, but need not be. And her interest will bring some gravitas to the issues. Thank you very much.